Hello and welcome to FTRF1. We've got Tier 1 tonight. I think we are just waiting for Codemasters to let us all into the lobby. We'll just give them some time to do that. Yeah, not sure if it's Codemasters or maybe someone's network connection, but we're just waiting to go into the lobby. But while we do that, let's just remind you what we are to do tonight. We've got Tier 1 racing, just to remind you of the format. It looked like we have 15 drivers in the lobby, so we'll go to full qualifying. So we'll do Q1, Q2, and Q3. Then we'll do a 50% race. And in FTR, we've got all driver assists are open. We've got full car setup. We've got strict cornering and full damage, of course. And there we go. I can see we're going into the lobby. While that's still loading a bit, and while we wait for guys to set up their cars and head out on track in Q1, let me just remind you of the driver standings. There are only 4 races left in the season, and it's looking quite tight at the top. First position in the driver standings, we've got Avilach, a Red Bull driver. He's on 167 points. Just behind him, Jaco Nagel, on 167. I think Jaco hasn't had a last 2 good races, but he's still there. He's still in the championship fight. It's very close. Just behind him, Grimjaw. Grimjaw's been making again his way up to that 3rd position in the championship. And then not too far behind them, Red Bull DTM. And then a bit further down, we've got Ronald and Donovan making up 6th and 7th. And then a bit further down, there's a few other guys. Arno, Nam Assassin, Warlock. And there we go. We can see some cars out on track. Looks like we've got the Williams, Lee van Rooyen. Then behind him we've got Warlock. Some guys keen to get a lap out. Only 15 drivers, so everyone will go through. I expect the guys will just come out, do a banker lap, and that'll be it. But now that we're going, anyone welcome to the stream, FTRF1. Myself, Ron, on comms tonight, and with me I've got Sean.
Hey guys, welcome to the stream tonight. I'm sure we're going to have a good race. We had a good race on Monday with Tier 2. So guys, just a reminder to like and share amongst yourselves, please, just to boost the YouTube channel and get some more spectators on board.
Seeing some overtaking already, and it's on just on the outlap.
So Ron, who do we have in front? Is it
that looks
Arno
like Arno
first?
to me. Looks like Arno just took a brilliant overtake at an outlap. He'll be the first one to give us a flying lap. Arno has had 2 pole positions before this season. He's, by the way, at 3 podiums. He's currently 7th in the championship on 95 points. He hasn't had great results, but he's been ticking along some points. And there we go, starts our first hot lap in Q1. Times we're expecting to in Q1, I guess 131s, maybe a low, maybe 130s even. Like we said earlier, I think most guys are just going to do a banker lap and probably retire from the session to go through to Q2. As to Arno, he doesn't look like he's pushing very hard, he's just hooking up all the corners. looks like he's invalidated his lap, Sean.
Yeah, definitely looks like it's invalid, right?
Maybe let's go to the next driver. I think it's Lee is on a lap as well. There we go. Lee is still, he's just started sector 2. And I suppose the second DRS zone on the lap. Bit of a straight, it's not a straight I guess, into a tricky hard braking zone. And then a right, set yourself up for the left. Incredibly important to get traction through there. This third sector is the trickiest part of the whole lap, I think. There we see Arno getting ready for another run behind him. Lee, 1 corner to go, puts in our first time of the night, and it's 1:32.9.
Yeah, Ron, we're going to see some seriously competitive times tonight. If we go on anything what happened on tier 1 or tier 2 on Monday. So Josh goes and puts in a 1:31.4, right behind Lee 1:32.9, and Warlock a 1:32.9 as well.
Yeah, Josh, he's had I think 2-3 podiums in a row now. Let me just check that. Yeah, he's had pole in Belgium, in Italy, and in Singapore.
It was a good season for him so far.
Yeah,
and
that's three podiums in 6 races. Just seeing who else put time in. Ruan, he came in with a 1:32.1. Manu with a 1:32.2. Ronald 1:33.1. RTZ Bernard 1:33.4. Guys just putting in laps. I think just the first little sighter off the track, get the eye in. I don't doubt anyone's pushing too hard.
So yeah, we have Donovan Duffy on a hot lap now. Obviously invalidated his first lap run, so he's going for his second.
Yeah, and Donovan's had a pole before in the season. He's had 4 podiums. I think he had success in this league early on. He's had a tough few races, 11th and 9th and 13th in a DNF. So it hasn't been a fantastic last few races. I think he's looking to get back on form. And he's in that tricky third sector, trying to get his first time in. Looks like he's pretty much the next driver to put a time in, and he's invalidated.
He's invalidated his lap run.
And he just barely makes it into the pits. Only just makes it into the pits.
Nick is on his 3rd lap, so he's definitely made a mistake on his first 2 runs. Let's just round board with Avalach at the moment on his out lap.
Yeah, Avilach, there we go, our championship leader at the moment, 167 points. He had a great success in Singapore from last into the podium positions. He's also had a pole before in this season, so fairly quick driver, but he makes space for other drivers on a hot lap. It looked like that was possibly Lee, I think.
So on, I think let's ride on board with Avalach as he starts his hot lap.
And Lee, by the way, put in a 1:32 dead in front of him. Yeah, this first sector, just it's kind of a nice way to get into a track, just to feel a rhythm, hook up these 90-degree corners. Avilach doesn't look like he's pushing too much, just getting a feel for it, I guess. Yeah, he can definitely be more aggressive, I think, but he goes purple sector 1 momentarily. Titus, thanks for your comments there on the stream. All the best. May the fast driver win. Titus, who do you think is that fast driver? Maybe give us a prediction on pole there.
I think Titus give us the top 3. Yeah, Overlach definitely not pushing.
Still a few drivers to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drivers to put times in. They are, there we go. Overlach 1:32.6, that puts him 8th. Like we say, it doesn't matter too much in this session. Everyone's going through. Grimjaw, he hasn't done a lap yet. He is on a hot lap now.
Seems he's got quite a clear track ahead of him as well. He puts a purple first sector.
Yeah, Grimjaw, of course, he's only done 7 races in this league. He was bumped up from tier 2. But since then he's had 1, 2 wins, another podium, and he's currently 3rd in the championship on 148 points.
Titus says Lee, Grimjaw and Overlach. I think he's not too far off.
Look, last three pole positions was Josh. Josh seems to have found a lot of pace. But yeah, hopefully there's guys that can challenge him tonight. We want to see the racing to be tight and entertaining. Let's see, Grimjaw, first of the rest of the guys to put a time in, and he goes straight to a 2.
Straight to second.
1:31.6. Again, I still think there's another second in his pace there. But it must be nice if a 1:31.6 is your banker lap, Sean. Let's just see who else needs to put a time in. Nam Assassin, Donovan Duffy, they must be out on track. No, Nam Assassin actually in the pits. Donovan Duffy, who we on board, he is on his hot lap, I guess. There we go. I think it flashed purple sector 2, Sean.
Yeah, it did.
Now he's in the tricky 3rd sector where traction is your best friend and a couple of short shifts, I guess. Seems to keep it quite clean. You'll see almost everyone on the softs. Ronald, he might be saving a pair of softs going for the mediums. And Donovan Duffy 1:31.9.
So guys left, we've only got Nam Assassin to go out. The rest of the guys, they can retire if they feel. All of them are going through to Q2.
Yeah, I see Ruan's coming out again, I guess. Probably looks like, are we looking at the fitted tire? Sean, I imagine it's not a new set of softs. I'm guessing
it's on the fitted tire.
There we go. So he's going out on the same tire he had on earlier. These are throwaway tires. No one's going to care about them after the session. So I guess he may as well come out and get his eye in and have a practice, get to the rhythm of the lap. Because the guys in Q2 will start turning it up. There we go, Bob. Thanks, showing some support for Josh Willis. Yeah, Josh has had some good success. He's only been with us, I think, as well, 6 races. And already 3 wins, 3 podiums, 3 poles. I think a fastest lap in there as well. So for now, Sean, Josh is deserving his following. And I think we've seen every week on the stream.
Definitely showing some serious pace. But that's the name of this league, Ron, is to get as much guys as competitive to each other together, and to have some close wheel-to-wheel racing.
Yeah, that's what we've loved, I think, the most about this Tier 1 league is in the last 4, 5, 6 races from first to about 13th position, guys have been with closer than a second of each other qualifying. And in the races, it just seems to be a train of cars all shuffling for position, and that's exactly what we want to see. KKR Pickle, our fellow Tier 2 driver, welcome, mate. Thanks for joining the stream. Pickle, give us your prediction for pole and race victory. Yeah, as we're still on board with Ruan, I think he is now on a hot lap. This track, I think the guys can probably easily put a second hot lap on softs. This track is not very harsh on tires. We've seen guys do 13, 14, 15 laps on softs and still have decent pace. So what are we expecting tonight, Sean? A one-stopper? I think you can make a soft medium work. Soft hard if maybe you're really hard on your tires, maybe medium hard. I think definitely if the softs last that long on this track, it's a shame not to use them for 10, 12.
Yeah, for sure. And I also feel that the safety car will play a big part if it does come to fruition. As you saw in Tier 1, it was a huge...
And Ruan, by the way, on his extra practice lap, goes 4th, 1:31.9.
Yeah, so we head out with Josh Willis in first, Grimjaw in second, Nick Gishan in third, Ruan in fourth, and Donovan Duffy in fifth. In sixth place we have Red Bull DTM, seventh Lee van Rooyen, eighth Jaco Nagel, 9 Manu, 10th we have Anu Gous, in 11th we got Avalach, 12th Warlock, 13th Ronald, 14th ITZ Burnout.
Yeah, I think Nam Assassin didn't put a lap in at all, Sean. So I wonder if something's going on there.
Or maybe some connection issues. I hope that's not the case.
I can't quite remember what Codemasters does. I hope it puts him in Q2. Yep, he's there in Q2. So that's Q2. Fine. All drivers went through. Now we are looking for the top 10 for that pole shootout in Q3.
So now the guys will go and adjust their strategy, adjust their fuel.
I would not be surprised if a couple of guys come out now on some mediums. There we go, straight out. I call it Nick on mediums.
Ronald is out first of the drivers on soft tires, right?
Ronald on softs. Ronald is 5th in the championship, 121 points. He can still enough races left for him to change his fortune there. And he's got a couple of race wins, 2, I think, 4 podiums. So he's been a solid performer. Nice to see a horse somewhere up the front as well every now and then.
Yeah, absolutely. Showing all the love for the horse team at the moment.
Yeah, so let's just see who's out on track already. We've got Warlock, he's on an outlap on softs. Arno, outlap on softs as well. Ruan, outlap on softs. Nick, so far, the only brave one, outlap on mediums. And then Ronald, who we are on board with right now on the softs as well. I must say I enjoy the outlap on this track. You don't have to look after the tires as much as you do in other tracks like maybe China. You're really so scared of the throttle, but it's just a nice slow drive as an outlap. Not too many things to think of and prepare.
Oh, there goes Anu Gous with a 5-second grid penalty for having a collision with Nick. So Anu unfortunately will start 5 places away from where he qualifies. This is not good.
Yeah. Yeah, let's follow Nick anyway. He's on the mediums. The first brave man to attempt it on the mediums. And I think he's invalidated, already.
His lap. That turn one is very tricky, Ron.
Yeah, there's time to be made there, so you can't not push there. In the race, it's a little bit easier, get into a rhythm and you just get it going. But I guess who we're with now, RTZ Bernard, he's also invalidated his lap. Let's see who else is out there.
Who else is on mediums? They're on.
Let's go to Yaku Nachel. He's on mediums. He looks like he's on a hot lap. There we go. What is this? Start finish straight still? Yes, it is. Goes to the first and second corners. Tapiwe, thank you. Good luck, Josh. Let's see another win. Yep, he's been racking up the wins, Tapiwe. And Yaku, I think he's had some bad luck in the last two races. He had some connectivity issues. So besides for having 6 podiums, 3 wins, the fastest lap, and leading the championship up until last week. But he's still in the runnings, only 4 points in it. Nice to see a Ferrari up there in the championship battle. We're wondering where the Mercs are. They're a bit further down in this league. But anyway, we'll enjoy seeing the Ferraris up there. Oh, RTC Bernard almost warming his tires and getting in Yaku's way. Yaku just calm, collected drives around him. I don't think it's costed him much. He's got a purple second sector. So maybe he's been brave with the mediums, but he seems to be finding pace and making it work anyway. I'm expecting this must certainly be somewhere around the 132 maybe.
And you're right, 133.4.
Just ahead of him on the board as well, Ruud on the soft to the 132 dead. I think most of these drivers are probably looking at a 131s easily, so I think 132 might be kind of the cutoff in this session. Let's see as that plays out if I'm right. Here we go now, Red Bull DTM. He's on a pair of mediums as well, but he is a pretty quick driver. He's got a race win in this league, 4 podiums, 3 fastest laps. He not any poles yet, but he seems to be a race pace kind of guy.
Let's just go through the drivers here on.
Who's that? Nick just finishing a lap. 133 dead
also on those mediums.
Maybe 133 is the medium pace.
I think between 132 and 133. If we can see a 131.8 or 9 would be awesome.
To see the next guy to finish a lap, Lee, there we go, also on the mediums. Let's test our theory of the 130 high 132s. There we go, 132.7. And Grimjaw 132.3 on the mediums. So I think
Dubron just did a 132 dead. Okay, sorry, that's on the soft tire, apologies.
Donovan Duffy, he's got a 132.7. That's on the softs though. I don't think on the softs that is probably safe. Just looking at the times already, I think 132 is very achievable.
Budgie Killian, thank you for joining us. Give gas, Ron. Push that Renault. Good luck. Thanks for the support.
Yeah, thanks, Budgie. At the moment, he's in first place, 132 dead on those softs. Let's see, Sean, who else is out there on a lap? Manu, he's on an outlap. He's not bothering with the mediums, going straight to the softs. Avilach, he's on the mediums.
He's already invalidated his lap, so he'll go again.
He'll go again. Yeah, it's still some...
Nam Assassin seems to still be in the pits run. I don't know if it's a connectivity issue or what's happening there.
Yeah, that's a pity.
Very big pity.
Only have 15 drivers. We want them all to be competing. And Nam Assassin, he's currently 8th in the World Championship on 95.
Oh no, sorry, we did see that. Yeah, it's unfortunate, huh? Codemasters is Codemasters.
Codemasters, I know. Feeling your pain, brother. Let's see. RTZ Burnout, is he on a fast lap? He was just putting a time in 1:36.8, so that's something went wrong on that lap. And fastest lap, Josh, 1:31 dead. That is quite a bit of margin. Exactly, just about a second behind him, Warlock on a 1:32 dead. Yeah, there's 6 minutes left in this session. If you are currently on a track, I think you can still complete your lap and do a quick pit for fresh tires, top up the fuel, and have a run again. So this is far from over in Q2, but the guys who still haven't put in a time, let's just see. Manu, he's currently on a hot lap. Let's just watch him through this final sector. He's trying on the softs. He's like we said earlier, he's not bothering with the mediums. He just wants to get a time in and go through. Expecting this to be what, low 132s, maybe high 131s. And yeah, 131.6, that's I think that's probably good enough. Let's see, maybe if I flip down the drivers. RTC Burnout, it's an invalidated lap. Avilach into the pits. He's having invalidated a lap. I think he is maybe just deciding to go for the softs. I think the softs is a fair race tire, so nothing wrong with that. Nam Assassin, I think, just trying to see, is that him coming out the pits? Can't quite work out if it's no, it looks like Yaku. That's Yaku coming out again. He's currently 10th with a 133.4. That's not going to be good enough for progressing past Q2, so he's coming out on the softs, trying to make sure he gets it done. Let me flick down because I see Avilach is in the pits. The Nam Assassin, we haven't seen him. Apologies for the doggies in the background. They're getting excited as we are. Arno now, he's hasn't put a lap in yet. I think he had 1 or 2 invalidated. He's now on a hot lap on the softs. As we see yellow flag sector 2, but in Codemasters I've learned not to worry too much about yellow flags. They seem to pop up every now and then.
4 minutes remaining in the session, Ron.
Sean, 132 dead from Josh. I guess we are going into the 130s in Q3.
Absolutely.
Let's go on board with Arno a bit. He's actually purple sector 2. He's finding some good pace. He tried with mediums, I think, early on. Soft suiting him quite well. But like we said, there's no punishment here. The softs will be just perfect as a race tire.
Absolutely.
As you can see, everyone pretty much on a soft tire. Arno, where does he go? He goes second, 131.4. That is good enough, I think, to go through. I know it's good to see you've got the pace for that silly 5-place grid penalty. You need to compensate somewhere. Let's see who else is on a lap. Avilach, where is he now? It's still showing out lap. It's still showing Nam Assassin in the pits. Ronald, he is on a hot lap. It looks like he's just... where is this starting sector 2, I think?
Yeah, he's in sector 2.
Yeah, he hasn't gotten a lap in yet. He's also been out earlier. I think he was on softs earlier as well, so he's using, I think, another set of softs to try and get through in Q2. Again, purple sector 2 guys are finding pace out there at the moment. Through the last few corners, there's only 2 minutes left, not much time for guys to put in laps. So we'll follow now through and see who's on track and who's in the run. 10th right now is a 1:33. It needs to be much quicker than that, and it is. It's a 1:31.7. That puts Ronald in 4th. I think for now, that is probably fine for Q going through in Q2.
I see Donovan Duffy, Lee van Rooyen and Red Bull DTM are all on out laps.
Yeah,
trying
they
to
are.
improve their time.
Yeah, I think definitely not safe. I would say Grimjaw, he's retired on a 1:32.3. He's only 8th at the moment. That's a bit brave. But let's see who else can still make a run. Arno's in the pits. He's not going to have enough time to go again. Manu, he's in the pits. Ronald, I think Ronald's on his in lap. He probably won't have another lap. No, he won't have enough time. Warlock's in the pits, not coming out again. Ruan in the pits, not coming out again. Yaku, he's out on track. In a 1:32.1. I think he's already put a lap on. This might be his in lap because I see this one is invalidated. I think 1:32.1 might be on the cusp, but that's okay. We just saw Avilach, he completed his lap 1:32.1.
Excellent.
Which is pretty much what I call to be safe, I think, in Q2.
Now I think the 1:32.3.
Yeah, Grimjaw, I'm
1:32.3.
surprised Grimjaw retired. 1:32.3, fantastic time on the medium lap and the medium tire.
Yeah, for sure.
But he's currently 9th, so there's a few guys out on track. Right now we're riding with Donovan Duffy. He is in the drop zone, or he's the last man to beat. As I say that, he gets beaten by Nick. Well done, Nick. 1:32.6, that puts him into 10th. Let's see who's still on a hot lap here. Yaku, I don't know if he's got time. Is Yaku into the pits? No, Yaku's got enough fuel, I think. We think tires is not an issue, so he's going to go out again. Who else is on a lap?
Nick has improved by 4/10 already on his lap.
Nick, there we go. He is 4/10, which put him, I think, ahead of Grimjaw. Grimjaw now in the drop zone. That's not what we want to see. No. Grimjaw is 3rd in the championship. He wouldn't want to start, I think, way down in below that. Maybe the free tire choice isn't always the worst thing, but track position, yeah, is quite important as well. Let's just see.
As we saw, Ron, turn 1 is quite a way away.
Yeah, when you're starting here, there's a lot of slipstream from the starting grid to the first corner. Lee, he is out. The session RTZ Burnout, he is out. He can't improve his time. Nam Assassin, we haven't seen him out, so something is going wrong there. And we hope we get you back in the race. So Nick is the only other guy who can disrupt. Grimjaw, by the way, already pushed out. He's 11th. Grimjaw's not going through to Q3. That's probably the first shock of the evening. And Nick, in that last corner, just cut it a bit too much.
Just invalidated that lap.
Invalidated. He was a couple of tenths up. I think he would have 4 or so, 5 tenths up. He could have challenged Yaku. But right now, let's be happy for Yaku. He's through to Q3. He didn't have the best run in quali, but he's still in there. He's still fighting. And the guys who will lose, the first shock is Grimjaw. 1:32.3, just not enough on the medium. I think a very respectable time. The only guy who I think really got the mediums to work. Sorry, Trevor, but good news, free tire choice. And Nick, who we've just seen, we think he may have had enough pace to go through to Q3, just invalidated his lap. And ended up in 12th. So Sean, take us through who we are eliminating from this round.
So Ron, we'll lose Grimjaw, we'll lose Nick, we'll lose Lee van Rooyen and ITZ Burnout. And to round off the session, we have Josh in first with a 131, Red Bull DTM with a 131.3. Sorry, Josh was a 131 dead. Anu Gous, who has 5 grid place penalty, a 131.4. Manu with a 131.6. Sorry, and then that is your top 4. So we will see the other 10 drivers now go into Q3.
Yeah, quite a few guys in the 131s, and I say 131s, I mean low 131s.
Yeah.
So I think Paul tonight, 131 dead, maybe a 130.9 or so. The nice thing about Q3, only 10 drivers left, so the track is generally pretty clear. Only 12 minutes, but 12 minutes is definitely enough time to have 2 full runs. The guys who didn't use all their softs, they might have 2 brand new set of softs. I suspect Yaku, and we'll see when he comes for his second run, I don't know if he'll have 2 brand new sets. I think most of the other guys, let's see who else. Arno had a few runs, but I think his runs were in medium, so maybe he's got softs, 2 softs left. And almost straight away, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drivers out on track.
6 drivers out on track. Overluck, Red Bull DTM, Donovan Duffy and Yaku Knuckle still in the pits. Still talking over with the race engineer. Seeing how they can claim those top spots.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Warlock and Josh, they seem to jump out the pits. They seem to go straight out into a lap. Let's just see, Sean, who do we think is the first guy to get to the line?
I think it's Donovan Duffy. If I'm not mistaken, he's still in Sector 1.
Yeah, there we go. No, Donovan, I think he's still on an outlap. Let's see, I think it's Warlock. Sean, just flick to us to Warlock. It looks like he's about to start a lap. He is crossing the pits. There's someone in front of him. I couldn't see who that was.
I think it's Arno Gous.
That's Arno. There we go. Codemaster's helping us there, showing Arno's on a lap. Arno's, of course, 5 grid place penalty, undeserved. But Codemasters don't care what we think. They just give us, oh no, already invalidated.
Already invalidated, Arno. Sorry about that.
I think the next guy, Sean, was Ronald. We should see him flying past Arno. I think he already has. There we go. Arno getting properly out the way. There's a plenty runoff area to get out the way in this track.
For a street circuit, it is decent.
Yeah, we haven't seen many. It's one of the nicer street circuits. Yep, there's still walls, you can still hit them. But there's some runoffs, and if you make a mistake, it's not instantly punished like Singapore or Monaco.
Also quite strict with the corner cutting. We saw that a lot on in Tier 2 on Monday night. Quite a bit of penalties getting racked up there.
Yeah, I don't know if there were many drivers who didn't have a penalty, and everyone had more than one. There were a lot of guys on 6 penalties. I think 1 or 2 guys on 12 and 15 and 21. So it can catch you out. There's a 27 laps in this 50% race, so that's a lot of time to rack up penalties. Let's see, where's Ronald? First guy to cross the line, 132.6.
Definitely will improve on that time though, Ron.
Josh immediately 137.
130.7.
I think that's about 6/10 slower, Josh, than his Q2 times, but that's not a bad benchmark for everyone else. Who else has done a lap there? Ruan third, 131.7. Manu 132.3. Ronald 132.6. We are with Donovan. Oh, Tail gets very happy. He collects it and carries on going.
Very nicely done.
He's completing the lap, so he doesn't think it cost him too much. Let's see where this lap, a bit more tail action, 133. Abilach going into the pits. He wasn't happy with his first run. Arno is
now on
the
fast
second lap. Arno's obviously gone for the safer version of the game. He's fueled enough for 2 hot laps. There's still 7 minutes left in this session, so guys can still head into the pit, get new tires if they have. They can top up their fuel. I think Codemasters gives you full battery again in quali mode, so let's see. Arno, he's got a sector 2 purple again, like he did in Q2 at one stage, so he's no slouch in that sector. There we go, just one corner left, one braking zone to think about. Very short run to the line, and Arno goes 131.1.
Well
That's
done,
very
Arno.
good.
That's very good.
Right now, that puts him in second, which would equal 7th if he has to serve his 5-place penalty. As we see Abilach coming out of the pits. 6 minutes left. Probably, if he's fueled himself well enough, could do 2 runs. But right now, he with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drivers in the pits, and I think a couple of others about to go into the pits. He's probably got a clear track to attack with no absolutely 0 interruptions.
Yeah, absolutely. We can see all the drivers are now in the pits. Anu just on his in lap.
Arno looked so slow in his in-lap, Sean. I think he was out of fuel. Or... No, still okay. So he didn't push it that close on the fuel. Yeah, we may as well follow Abilach. He's the only guy out there at the moment. Brand new set of softs, so he did have two fresh set of softs. First lap was, I think, invalidated, so we saw him jump back into the pits. And there we go, it's probably switching fuel mix up, switching the ERS to hot lap, and getting ready to give us the first, I guess, of the last runs here for a shot at pole. Abilach now the only guy with no time on the board. But he's a cool customer, he won't care about that. He'll just go in there and smash out a fast lap, I think, anyway. Clips the first few curbs really nicely. Looked like his speed through there was very competitive. Hugs on this curb nicely, they can really help you sticking close to those curbs. There we go, just touches that curb on the inside. Gets a good drive on the outside. No funny tail action, so...
There's a little bit of traffic ahead of him, but it's... guys will get out of the way nicely.
Yeah, when I said clear track, I suppose Abilach just testing the track limits there. The bum sticks out of that
very
car.
close to the edge there.
Codemaster says, no, don't worry, carry on in your lap. We won't invalidate that. So far, everyone's sticking out of his way very nicely. He's on the straight that's not a straight right now. DRS zone into a suck it a little bit left, slam the brakes on, go right, rotate the car right, then get it left as straight as you can out of there. A lot of downshifting to get it going. Then the last little tricky sector, again, you've got to get it right, straighten it out. Probably short shift to get the power on. And then 2 little mini versions of the 90-degree corners. A very short run to the line. And Abilach goes 6th, 131.8.
131.8.
Let's see who else. I think Ruan, is it Ruan or Manu on the lap? Donovan. Let's see, Warlock, this looks like a hot lap. Seems to be doing it on a set of softs that are 1 lap old, so he didn't have enough, I think, a second. Fresh set, he's currently in 4th on the 131.6. Warlock, by the way, said also very good results as of late. He's moved up the championship a little bit. He's currently 9th. And not bad, his last race 5th, but he's had best finish of 2. He's had 2 podiums so far this season.
And he's a little bit off his previous time in the second sector.
Yeah, I'm not too surprised. The first sector you can still improve. The second and third sectors with slightly older tyres are difficult to hang on to, but he's
invalidated his lap, right?
Yeah, he's headed straight into the
pits with 1 minute, 2 minutes left in the session.
Okay, Josh, 131.6, mate. That's your time in Q3. Right now it's good enough for 4th. You can see Josh has left the session. Arno was back on a hot lap. It's invalidated. Let's see who else. Sean. Avilach, is he doing another lap? I'm not quite sure. Manu, he seems to be on a flyer. Manu, one of the guys with the second run on brand new softs. 132.3. That's a little bit less than we would have expected in Q. And he goes 131.5. Fantastic lap.
8 tenths up on that last sector.
Very good, Manu. Very good. And Donovan Duffy comes in just ahead of that with a 131.5. Donovan retires from the session. Not much time left. With Arnu's penalty, Donovan, we think that mate might be good enough for the front row. Let's see who else is on a hot lap. That was Yaku. Sean, maybe follow Yaku for us. He's currently 10th or 132.5. We know he can do better than that. He's on brand new softs as well. That should certainly help.
It's definitely going to catch a little bit of traffic, but it's only 2 cars.
Yeah, let's see who's ahead of him. There's Renault.
We've got a Renault and we've got a McLaren ahead of him.
Yeah, on the straight, it's not a straight.
I think he's nicely in the clear. I think the Renault's a little bit too far away, and so is the McLaren. So
yeah, if the Renault is Ruan, I guess he might be pushing as well for a lap. So I think he's probably going to complete this lap with no traffic. Tricky little left-hander, doesn't overshoot it, gets it rotated into the right-hander. Power on. No drama there. 2 nice little 90-degree corners to go. They feel very nice to drive if you hook them up.
And he improves by 4.5 tenths.
Yeah, very good improving. It's a 132.1. That's good enough for 10th. And I think that's our session, Sean. No one else on a hot lap. Sean, take us through while we wait for Codemasters to update, take us through the final classification.
Yeah, thanks, Ron. So we have Josh Willis on pole with a 130.7. Anu Ghost with a 131.1. Obviously, he'll have five grid place penalties. Ruan with a 131.3. Donovan Duffy with a 131.5. Manu with a 131.5 as well. Ronald with a 131.6. Red Bull DTM with a 131.6 as well. Warlock 131.6. Avalak with a 131.7. And Yakunach with a 132.1. Ron, as I said, very close racing between the guys, very close times. This league is definitely getting more competitive as we go.
Oh, and Arno there, we didn't see that he was on a hot lap, improves by 1 position.
Oh, Arno, well done.
130.7. Let's just see Josh. It looks like Josh is still on a hot lap, Sean. And I think Josh...
We're on board with Josh at the moment, so... And Josh takes pole again.
Stole it at the last minute.
We'll see that time now, Ron. So Josh with the 130.6.
136.
And Anu with the 130.7. 0.7. So only 1/10 gap there. Very close. Very close racing.
Just before that, I was going to say position 1 to 9th were only 8 tenths, but I think it's now just over a second. So the front two, Josh and Arno, they're just killing with pace here. everyone else within literally 3.5 tenths of each other.
3.5 tenths of each other, correct.
So we are. So I don't know if you're listening in the stream as well. Well done, mate. So sorry about your 5-place grid penalty, but you've done a smashing job in trying to limit the damage there. Second place, not bad. We'll start 7th on the grid. And Josh, that is the 4th pole in a row.
4th pole in a row. And we have very cloudy weather.
Yeah, we checked the weather update earlier. It looks like it's a dry but cloudy race. One of the race engineers, Gerard, he was kind enough to send that to me earlier. I haven't mentioned it yet, but it looked like a dry race. You never know, maybe there's a bit of something in the skies, but what's nice about a dry race. There we go, Arno commenting there on the stream. That was a lekker to watch your quality.
Yeah, well done, mate.
We also agree that we don't like Codemasters for giving you the penalty. But yep, you seem to have the pace, so yeah, there's something to take still from this race. We're just waiting for, looks like, I don't know if it's Codemasters or a few Oaks connections to go through. Here we are on the grid, ready for the formation lap. Josh, he is now quite used to leading us through this lap. What I've seen from Josh is he kind of goes for it. He doesn't hang back too much. In like the 3rd sector, he brings guys back again. Tier 1, if you haven't watched the stream from Monday night, go watch that. We saw a Red Bull in the air. We saw 5 guys get 5-second penalties, and unfortunately we saw 5 guys retire. The strategy there, by the way, it looked like everyone's... whether you're on a soft or medium, you see everyone softs all the way up to 10th place. Grimjaw, he's tried to qualify in those mediums. He's decided a brand new set of mediums will do him just fine. So Grimjaw, Nick, RTZ Burnout, and it's showing Nan Assassin on the mediums in 15. I really hope he's in the session. But those are the guys who are brave on the mediums. I say brave, I think they're a very reasonable tyre.
Yeah, the mediums got pace right now. I also felt that on Monday night as well. The mediums also probably the best tyre to go on to start this race.
Yeah, and they're not so bad. This track is not so hard on tyres. Further down the pack, let's just see where's our championship leader. Abilach, he's in 9th, he's gone for softs. Just behind him, Yakunachel, 4 points behind him in the championship, and on the starting grid I think it's about 4 meters behind him on track. There's a bit of poetic justice somewhere in that. That'll be a tight in the start. They'll try to keep it clean. Like I said, Josh in the 3rd sector, he likes to slow it down. He's now bunched the guys right up. Tyre temps not too bad to worry about here. The guys on the mediums, they won't be too worried. I think behind the safety car on Monday, I was on the hards. I think so were you, Sean. Yeah. They went hard to warm up.
Very long time to warm up those hards. So I'm going to leave it on the position change on so we can see.
Yes,
as we go through the first corner where everyone has either fallen back or gained places.
Let's just go to Grimjaw, Sean. Let's see who's around him. Okay, so interestingly enough, position 1, 2, and 3 in the championship tonight on the starting grid is 9th, 10th, and 11th.
Altogether.
So there we go. The predicted stops again, a one-stopper. We think lap 11 to 16. For the guys on softs, then they go on to mediums. There we go, grid lining up. Let's maybe Sean, there we go. Let's follow Josh in the start. Okay, let's see, where's the lights? Guys are ready, no lag here from Codemasters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. Oh, a bit of a delay. That was a long one. Lights are out. A lot of smoke from this angle. We can't even see. Josh getting away quite well. Ruan just behind him. Donovan Duffy, he makes a good start. He's already up into 2nd place. And Donovan tucks behind Josh. He's going to try right there through the outside, Donovan of Ruan. But Ruan squeezes him. They side by side through there. Manu and Red Bull DTM, they swap positions there as well in the first lap.
Very
Everyone
tight here
else,
by Ruan and Donovan into corner 3.
Yeah, Donovan is not letting go of that position. He is smelling a good start here, but Manu as well now getting involved. Like a pack of wolves, the Red Bulls are ganging up against Donovan there. Donovan, the lead Merc driver here, he's got to show some face there. He's fighting them. Just behind there, I can see Arno behind Red Bull DTM. Arno already gaining a place, so he's in 6th. And he is fighting there, as I think he's gone past Red Bull DTM. They were side by side. As they come out now, Red Bull is still in front. But it's looking close there. And Warlock also getting interested in Arno, but they will... this sector not too easy to pass, so they will just follow each other, I think, now through the rest of the lap. Further down, Ronald, I think he's had a bit of an issue.
Ronald's had a terrible start, 6 places down. He was 7th, so he's gained a place.
Let's just see maybe the broadcast mode, Sean. Is his wing everything intact? Yeah, I don't see every end plates are there. Everything's fine. I think he's just had one of those things. There we go, the winners. Codemaster's showing Abulach in 7th. Sean, just go to the front. Can this be true? Is he 2nd?
No, I think Codemaster's a little bit confused there on.
Codemaster's playing tricks on me. I got very excited there. Maybe just follow Josh. Let's just go back. Let's let On Track show us rather what's right. Codemasters, don't worry guys. They'll update themselves again. As we can see on
there we go, they fixed it. So Ron and Donovan still in the fight there.
Yeah, and what that's done is that's given Josh a bit of breathing room. He's 1.4 seconds up the road of Ruan. 8 tenths behind Ruan is Donovan. I'm seeing Nick already 3-place time penalty, obviously jostling for position. Arno also, he's also got a penalty. If you haven't been following for the last few weeks, if you see that little black and white flag next to the guy's name, Codemasters has now included the view of penalties. Later on we'll ask Sean to flick through penalties, and then that'll show us how many seconds. There we go, 3 seconds, 3 seconds. That'll just be for track limits. It's so easy to rack up 3 warnings in 1 lap and get a penalty, especially if your tires are cold, you're fighting for position, etc. Sean, let's take us back to Red Bull DTM and Manu there. That looks where the battle is on track now. There we go, riding from Red Bull DTM, looking to the front. Just behind him is Arno in 6th. Just ahead of him is Manu in 4th. 4 tenths just in front of Manu is Donovan Duffy. And this is what we love of Tier 1. It's very close. 3, 4, 5 tenths generally is what we see in this pack.
I think we've got Nick here on the overtake.
Let's see, Nick getting very close. He's on the medium, so...
Getting some very good traction out of there.
Yeah, and these mediums will last very long on this track, so... he's also got a penalty now, so does ITZ Burnout. It's a long race still. I think if you can still keep it clean from here on out, the penalties might not play a factor.
These guys very close together, Ron. Let's go
back to Red Bull DTM. He was within 3 tenths at 1 second. I think, as you said, that behind him now. Arno 4 tenths, Warlock 3 tenths. And they're just following like a train of, I wouldn't call them midfielders, because I think they're still in the front battle here.
Well, Josh pulling away very nicely already with 1.5 seconds.
Yeah, we can just see there down the road, we can see Donovan and Ruan, or let me rather say ahead of Donovan, we can see a bit of a gap to Ruan and kind of the same gap to Josh. Right now, Ruan is not quite letting Josh get away from him. Safety car, RTZ Burnout, and I think Lee van Roy. And let's just flick to the back there. Was Lee involved? He's quite a few seconds behind, so I'm assuming he got turned around. RTZ Burnout, he's the first car
got
loose
damage
from
there, Ron? I don't see any damage on the car.
There we see next to the side of the track is RTZ Burnout. That is a pretty safety car. I don't know if I'm expecting anyone into the pits unless someone's got damage. Cheap stop if you've got damage. If you don't, which I don't think any driver has, it's been quite clean, Sean.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're on lap 4. I haven't seen one piece of carbon fiber fly up. I've seen no one get really... we've seen some guys side by side. I think Ruan, Donovan, Manu in the first few laps. Red Bull DTM with Manu as well. Arnu got next to a couple of guys, but no one really made any contact. No carbon fiber.
It seems we have...
Arno, by the way, somewhere in that he collected another 3-point penalty, so he's on 6 seconds right now. He'll have to keep it clean, I think, for the rest of the race if he wants to salvage some points from tonight. Just looking at our championship battle, Abilach is still leading that little pack, but Grimjaw's gotten ahead of Yaku. Let me see.
What will that do for the points there, Ron?
Yeah, I think at this moment Abilach will stretch his lead a bit.
And we have them all diving into the pits there.
There we go. I think with 5 laps in,
let's just have a look what tyres get fitted.
Must be
mediums or hards.
There we go. I think I saw Donovan on the hards. Must be Donovan. He's the only racer. Abilach, he's got wing damage, so that makes sense. Also with the hards, yep, he'll have to go to the end now, but that's not impossible.
Good evening, Bonita. Thanks for joining again.
Hey, Bonita, we've been waiting for you. Yeah, Arno, he's had a pit. He's on the hards as well. Sean, just maybe show us the pit stops. Let's just confirm who's dived into the pits. There we go. Josh has pitted. Ruan has pitted. Donovan has pitted. They all followed each other. So did Manu. So did Arno. And then the rest of the pack, which stayed out, Red Bull, Warlock, Grimjaw, Yaku, Ronald, Nick, and we think Nam Assassin. We're not sure if he's in the session. We can't even see his name up there. We'll follow him later to see if we can see if he's ghosting or racing. We're not sure at this stage. And then the guys who have stopped, Josh, Ruan, Donovan, Manu, Arno, Abilach, and Lee van Rooyen. I assume, shall we flick through them, Sean? The guys who have stopped, let's just see, they should... There we go. Josh has gone for the mediums. I don't know if the mediums can do 22 laps.
Yeah,
but
it's a
so
bit of a risk.
Ruan.
Might go onto the softs there in the last 6 laps.
So is Ruan. Let's see Donovan. He's gone the hards. Donovan, I like your choice, mate, I think. Bonita says, sorry I'm late, Bonita. It's fine as long as you're here. To catch you up, you've missed exciting first few laps, guys side by side, guys within 3-4 tenths of each other for 4 laps. And then we had RTZ Burnout lap 4, I think it was the end of lap 3, lap 4. He crashed out. We saw him facing the other way in the third sector against the wall. Not sure what happened. No one else seemed to really have damage.
Yeah, Nam Assassin sitting 7th.
Yes, that's Nam Assassin in 7th. Bonita, he seemed to have missed qualifying. But he's in the session still, so I think he's just...
Follow Red Bull DTM as he restarts the race.
There we go, lights out, or not lights out, safety car gone, here we go. Warlock right behind him, Grimjaw. Let's just see Grimjaw there, Sean. He's right next to Warlock now, side by side. In fact, he's completed the move already.
Made it happen.
Well done, Grim, except Warlock with the softer tyres. And we know Warlock is quite quick. He's shown that tonight already. So he might be trying to fight back. He seems to just be following suit right now.
Yaku all the way up to 4th. That's excellent to see.
Yeah, Yaku, he, like Grimjaw, decided not to pit. He's in 4th. That's very good for our championship main rival at the moment. We'll see how the strategy plays out later. You can see from Yaku's view it's very tight up there. Red Bull DTM half a second to Grimjaw, half a second to Warlock, just over half a second to Yaku. If you look back from Yaku, you'll see Ronald just behind him. Just behind Ronald we've got Nick. Just behind Nick. Let's go on board with Nam Assassin for a second, Sean. We'll just we can tell from his pace if he's ghosting. I don't think so.
Guys, no, he doesn't look like he's ghosting, Ron.
Yeah, guys would have taken him by now. Although Josh is behind him, we know the pace of Josh. Josh is we're now riding on board with the last guy who didn't stop and the first, looking back at the first guy who did stop. But those mediums on the guys who did stop, they already look switched on. The mediums are fantastic on this track. And you can see Josh, then Ruan as they started, then Donovan, then Manu, then Arno, then Lee. Lee looking very close behind Manu. Avilach, he was on the hards. He's a few seconds behind now. Not sure what happened there to Avilach as we see Josh thinking about Nam Assassin there. That's got Ruan excited. Ruan only 2.5 tenths now. Ruan looked for me for a second like he wanted to have a little look on the outside, but that's a very tricky place. I can see Josh is
right on the back of Nam Assassin now.
He is, I don't want to say short, but he's looking impatient. I hope he can bide his time. Opportunities will come here. He's got the pace, he knows that. But yeah, we know Nam can keep it quick as well. Yeah, Bonita, we see that as well. He's not ghosting, he is racing. That's great. We're only missing his name, but he is here and he is racing.
Right, so we'll keep a close eye on that one. It looks like he's trying to make it stick now. And he has. Josh has got past Nam Assassin. And so has Ruan. Nam Assassin keeping it very clean, well done. And Donovan Duffy, who's also stopped as well. Want to see what the DRS is going to play a role here. And it seems that there's not too many issues. Manu also getting very close here with Donovan Duffy. Up ahead, it looks like the top runners have extended their space between each other quite nicely, under a second. Ronald looks very racy at the moment with Yaku Nacho, and he'll have DRS now. So let's go on board with Yaku and see. Nick also getting into the fight there, Ron.
Yeah, Yaku seems to have it covered. It's not the hardest track to defend your position if you've got a reasonable pace. Yeah, in front of Yaku we're seeing a bit of a gap to Warlock. Warlock staying with Grimjaw. Grimjaw dropping a bit back from Red Bull DTM. So he's able to control the race a bit from the front. But this pack that we're looking at right now, that's the close one. This time Ronald has got DRS. He moves to the side. Will he complete the move? They go side by side. I think Yaku may have got a bit of a warning for track limits there, but he's held on to the position.
Yeah, he's held on very well. Yeah, he's got a 3-second penalty. And again, side by side, wheel to wheel.
Yeah, there's no reason at this point of the race to give up the position. I think if you're in the fight, you may as well defend it. Track position means a lot around here.
Nick and Josh all getting involved there.
Yeah, Nick Nick will see right behind him, or we've got Ronald there, and right behind Ronald is Nick, and right behind Nick is Josh. They've all got mirrors full of other cars, so they'll be feeling some something hurrying them on to get to the next position and create that gap. Looking at the penalties there, while we're there, Sean, Nick has got 6 already, and Nam Assassin 3.
There.
Manu 3 seconds. Arnogos, he's still only got 6, so it looks like he's keeping it clean now. Lee Van Rooyen 6. Sorry, 3 seconds, and then Donovan Duffy.
Grimjaw, 3-second penalty.
Here we go. Grimjaw just got his 3 second. But this is the very, very close battle. And if you look behind from Nick now is Josh. I think Josh is got DRS. He's going to make a move stick. And Josh goes past Nick, Sean. I think he got brilliant drive out of that final corner. Got the move done about halfway down the lap already. And Josh already have his eye on Ronald in front of him.
Josh really pushing through the field here. Josh getting very close there to Ronald.
Yeah, in front of Ronald, he's still keeping tabs with Yaku. And so he'll still be getting DRS, which will help him try to stay ahead of Josh. Nick behind Josh, Ruhan behind Josh, they are...
This battle is so close. Manu now getting a penalty for corner cutting.
Yeah, multiple warnings. What happens is you get 3 warnings. On the third one you get a penalty.
And it looks like Yaku's now ducked into the pits.
Yeah, I think at lap 11 it's roughly time to change those tyres.
And he got a penalty unfortunately for speeding in the pit lane. Changing onto the medium tyre.
Yeah, mediums will take you, I think, to the end from here.
Absolutely.
We also see the other Ferrari, which is Nam, he's also in the pits. So is Lee. The guys who didn't pit, they all seem to be jumping in now as well.
Nam putting on soft tyres, right?
I wonder if that is completely on purpose. Is that the soft tyres?
Let's just have a look at that.
Yes, he is.
Yes.
Yes, he is. Look, how many laps are left? 16. I can't make softs last that long,
No,
but
maybe
Nam knows something.
Nam knows something we don't.
Maybe
Correct.
I'll tell you right now, he's not far behind position 11-10, so there's time to be made up here. He can be very quick on that tyre for sure.
Ron, what's happening here with Avalach? I mean, leader of the championship.
Yeah, he was 14th a few seconds ago, but then everyone jumped into the pits. He's now been promoted into the points already. So he's in 9th. I wouldn't say quite half race distance, but almost. On the hards, he doesn't have to stop again. He can see guys ahead of him on old mediums, on old softs. They all have to pit. As I say that, we can see Ronald in the pits. As these guys get into the final sector, they will
gone
pass.
Board with Manu.
Yeah, and as we were following that little thing there, Avilach
He
has
gets
now
past
passed Manu as well, and he's in 7th. So yeah, almost half race distance in 7th on the hard. He obviously listened to his race engineer. He may have sawn at him in the early on stages, but I think it's beginning to pay off.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think his race engineer Gerard made the right call there by putting him on the hards, and that's working out. And we can already see Manu's only got the same kind of hards. He seems to not quite be sticking to Avilach. Let's see, Sean, just show us the pit stops again. Let's see who hasn't pitted yet. There's a few guys left.
Yeah, so we got Nick who hasn't pitted yet. And he's on 11 lap old mediums.
You can still probably go a few laps on that. Not sure how they are feeling. Only as a driver will you really know if those tyres have got life left in them. The only two other guys who haven't stopped, Grimjaw in second on the mediums, of course, and a Red Bull DTM on 13 lap old softs now. He's still making them work for him.
Really making them work for him.
Yeah, by the time he puts, just counting down 2, 4, 6, he might still come out in the points after his stop and then have a brand new mediums that will be very racy. Can't be very far from seeing Red Bull DTM go in. See the gap behind him, Grimjaw 2 seconds, Grimjaw on the mediums.
Sorry Ron, I just see something here with Manu and Avilach, I think.
It's their battle. As I said that I think Manu wasn't sticking with Avilach, he definitely got that time back within half a second. They both have pitted, they've both put on the hards. Those hards are now 6-7 laps old. But they'll be fine all the way to the end of the race. We've said it earlier, this track's not very hard on tyres, so you can definitely make strategies work for you. Only other close battles. Let's see what's right there at the back, Sean. We see Donovan. He's already had 2 stops. He's on on mediums now.
Looking very racy against Lee there.
Yeah, he's right. He's also had 2 stops. We saw Lee early on with that safety car being a few seconds behind, so we assume he had an issue.
Just have a look at those tires. So Lee on the only 1 lap old mediums.
Yeah, so they've both recently pitted. They'll have mediums till the end of the race.
And while we were looking through the pack, it looks like the guys have pitted now.
Yeah, Red Bull DTM has gone in, Sean. Where does he come out?
Comes out in 9th.
9th, there we go.
With 2 seconds to spare to Jaco Nagel.
Yeah, and like we suspected, on the mediums, still in the points, and he can fight from now on. Everyone ahead of him has pitted except for Grimjaw. He was 2 seconds clear of Grimjaw. They're both now on mediums. Grimjaw's much older mediums. So Grimjaw, I'm not sure what his game plan is from here. If he can make these mediums last, 2 or 3 more laps, he can probably do the softs and be very racy.
Very racy.
I think the race engineer is shouting or whispering in his ear. So let's see, Sean, now that almost everyone has pitted, maybe show us the position changes again.
So Grimjaw with 10 places up, obviously he hasn't pitted. Josh now 1 place down, he will take the lead when Grimjaw goes in. Ruan 1 place down, also he will go into second. Nick with 8 places up, I think Nick has done a stellar job here. Good strategy from him. Anu goes 2 places up, and also everyone here has pitted as well. Avalach 3 places up, good for him for the championship as well. Good points. Manu 3 places down. Warlock stayed in the same place. Red Bull DTM 3 places down. Jaco Nagels in the same place, still in the points, Jaco. And then the guys out of the points, Ronald is 6 places down, didn't have a good start to the race at all. Nam Assassin 3 places up, yeah, as we know he's not ghosting, so excellent news from Bonita there. Donovan Duffy 10 places down, also not a great start to the race for him. And we've lost in the race, we've lost Lee and we've lost RTC Burnout. They have DNF. Oh, and as I say that, Donovan Duffy goes off the track to DNF. Sorry, we didn't catch that now.
Donovan, my heart is bleeding for you, mate. It's gone from bad to worse in this race. He was fighting for second and third at the start. And since then, 2 pit stops later, now a DNF. That brings out the full safety car. Grimjaw, where is he on track?
Let's
Sean?
have a look. This might just be his chance, and yes it is.
Grimjaw in the pits, he's in the mediums. He is already fallen back to second. There we go. What does he go? He goes with softs.
Goes with the softs, Ron.
Yeah, I think another... Ooh, his Codemasters just was stuck there for a second. Grimjaw comes out, looks like third.
Oh, he's going to drop back a little bit. The rest of the traffic is catching up now.
Fourth.
But he comes out in fourth, which is excellent for him.
For the championship, though, that means he is now 5 places ahead of Avilach and Plenty, 7 places ahead of Yaku.
Yeah. Excellent choice from Grimjaw. I don't know if it was sheer luck or if he just tried to push those tires as far as possible, but anyway, it's worked in his favor.
Yeah, I think those mediums probably could have gone another 2, 3, 4 laps, so it's always worth waiting for a safety car or a virtual safety car.
Let's see who else has jumped in the pits. Yaku has jumped in the pits to put on mediums. And Nam Assassin has also jumped in. What's he coming out on?
Mediums,
He's
yeah.
also coming out on the medium tire.
Yeah, we think Nam wasn't well placed on his softs. But with 3 DNFs, it means everyone now has got a great chance to pick up some points. Yaku and Nam, they on brand new tires. Let's just see the tires at this point, Sean. Let's see who's on what tires. Ooh, there we go. Josh is on 10 lap old mediums. Arno 10 lap old hards. They first and second. Arno, he's done very well to get himself back up there. I think the pack's kind of neutralized now, Sean. Warlock was running about 4th, 5th. He's after all of that. He's third. Grimjaw, the big winner.
Yeah, absolutely.
We thought maybe 8th, 9th, 10th after his pit stop. He scored from that safety car. He's 4th. Red Bull DTM was leading the race before he pitted. He was 2 and a bit seconds ahead of Grimjaw. So yeah, it's worked out for Grimjaw perfectly. Sorry, Mark. Red Bull DTM just pitted maybe a lap too early. But no way of knowing. I think his soft would have been done as well. Then behind him, Ruan. He's on brand new
Something's happening here with Arnu. Oh, Arnu's in the pits.
Yeah, Arnu from second place, 11 lap old mediums. Is he going softs? No, he's going mediums.
I think he had the hard tire on, right?
Oh, and he's changing a wing as well, Sean.
Oh, he must have had an incident.
Codemasters again stuck there for a second. But I think that's the challenge there. I think I would have thought he could have gone with those tires till the end, except that he had the wing damage. So it would have been hard to fight off behind him. Now Grimjaw third on a set of softs with 10 laps to go. I think Grimjaw's looking fantastic for a win here. I think Warlock on his mediums will be racy behind Josh. Josh, we know, is quick though, so it's not going to go down without a fight. Red Bull DTM, he's got mediums. They are pretty much brand new. He can push really hard now till the end. Ruan, brand new mediums in 5th. He's again can push really hard. He can look for a podium. Don't write off Nick. He's just there on softs in 6th at the moment. He can push up the field as well. Then we've got Ronald. He's got 4 lap old mediums. I fear he may struggle to hold on that at this point, because behind him, Avilach, our championship leader, he's on a brand new set of softs. He also decided to put under that safety car.
Also
this is
didn't do
work
too much damage to Avilach that pit stop, so 8th place.
Yeah, I think he was 7th before the stop, something like that. I would rather take a place penalty and go on to brand new softs with what should be, I don't know when the safety car is coming in. Sean, just look out for that for us, please.
For sure.
Manu, he's looking...
There we go. Safety car in this lap.
As we say that, it happens. Manu, he's currently 9th, brand new mediums. Yaku, brand new mediums, 10th. He's also in the championship battle. He would want to make up positions if he can. He hasn't seemed to have the great pace, Yaku, but he's definitely seemed solid in this race. And Nam, nice to see he's still there. He's in 11th on brand new mediums. And Arno has had a lot of pace in this race. He finds himself at the back of the grid. At least brand new tyres, Arno, mate. I don't know, maybe soft would have been a great tyre for you right now. Going back to the front of the grid, teammates Josh and Warlock, I don't know if they'll feel vulnerable. Maybe in the back of their minds they'll think that they don't have the best tyres, but those tyres will still be fine. Josh, I think he's bolted now.
Oh, Josh starting that race again for us.
Warlock just behind him. I'll tell you what, Grimjaw shot out of that last corner.
Let's just have a look at those position changes. Oh, it's not going to help us much.
Yeah, just checking at 1/10 Grimjaw behind Warlock. Grimjaw brand new softs. These first 2-3 laps, he is going to be absolutely lightning if he can be patient enough about it. As we see a bit behind that, by the way, Nick just took Ruan, so Nick in 5th. We can see Grimjaw can't really have a look there. Who's that? Ruan gets a penalty, loses a place and gets a penalty. That often happens, Sean.
It's happened to me many times.
Make a bit of space for a guy because you know he's beating you and you just run over the track limits and get that penalty.
Yeah, Grimjaw here taking Warlock, splitting the McLarens, and now after Josh.
Yeah, Grimjaw, that wouldn't have been the perfect line out of that corner, but with these brand new softs versus 5-6 lap old mediums, like we said, that mediums will be fine, except that these softs will be lightning fast now, super sticky. And you can see within 2-3 corners, he is 3/10 behind Josh Grimjaw. This is fantastic news for Grimjaw in the championship battle.
He's already right there on...
Grimjaw fastest lap, 1:34.5. That's already turning the pace on. He's got a lot of ERS. He's no DRS just yet. After the safety car into the first corner, gets the move done.
Makes it stick.
He's ahead of Josh. Josh was able to follow him really closely, but he'll have to concede the position now. He won't have the tyres, I don't think, to fight Grimjaw at this stage. But I think if he can keep the gap going, Grimjaw does have, let's just confirm, Sean, is that a 3-second penalty only? Yeah, well, only oh, Nick with a drive-through penalty.
Oh, that's not going to help you, Nick.
Where did that come from? Yeah, Nick, that's going to send him to the back of the pack, unfortunately. As we see Arno, he's in 12th. Arno is now 20 seconds behind with a lot of penalties. Arno's race has gone from
it looks like Avalach is about to make the move here.
Yeah, Avalach again, he's the other guy to look out for. Yeah, he's got the brand new softs.
We'll keep an eye out on that front battle, Ron, but at the moment these guys are so close together here.
Yeah, Avalach, ooh, the rear steps away from him there. That gives Manu a bit closer.
Manu getting very close.
But I think out of these next 2 corners, I expect Avalach to get good drive again. DRS is now enabled. I don't know if they use it straight away. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Avalach also gets DRS. That helps him.
That helps him a lot. Manu not close enough.
And Yaku, by the way, we're following his race. He's just behind Manu as well in 9th.
Grimjaw already putting serious pace on Josh there.
Yeah, Grimjaw already 2.7, almost negating his penalty at this stage. I think he needs to get a move on. There's only 7 laps left. I think those softs will be fine. To go to the end, you'll want to keep that pace up.
Yeah, only 7 laps left in the in the race run. A lot can happen.
There we go. We see Avilach now. He's building up again behind Ronald. In the straight that's not a straight, he gets DRS. It's very tricky. There's not much space. Does he go inside? Does he go outside? No, I don't think he's close enough unless he goes under braking. No. Tucks in behind Ronald, but he will be able to follow him quite closely. Ronald is quite close to the battle in front of him, which really starts up there by Red Bull DTM, who's half a second behind Warlock, then Ruan.
Oh, Manu getting very close there,
Then Ronald, then Manu, then Yaku. This is the tier 1 close battles we like to see.
This is what we want, exactly.
So Avilach, he's 7th, he'll have DRS. He's looking very racy, already only 4 tenths, 3 tenths. Let's watch Avilach, let's see how close he gets, Sean. But Ronald ahead of him also with DRS. Oh, I wouldn't be brave enough there, no. And Avilach also smart enough to know not to go for that move. Tucks in behind again, but a lot of pace in that. The softs here, except for Grimjaw, he made the softs work straight away. The softs not really seeming to give the guys a lot of advantage. Just looking at the penalties now, Grimjaw still only 3, Ruan still only 3, Avilach he's now got 6 seconds. So in this battle that he is right now, that will cost him a few places, 1, 2, 3 places I think at least. Except that Manu also has 14 seconds. That's quite a big penalty.
Oh, Ronald gets a 3-second penalty now for corner cutting.
Yeah, it's so hard on this track if you're defending. Again, DRS. Where's Avilach by the end of this straight? No, he
just
tucks
not
in
close
again.
enough.
Tucks in behind him again. Manu has now dropped. I would say drop back. He's still within DRS, but he's 8, 9 tenths. And as we see Ruan very close to Red Bull DTM.
Avilach playing a very close game here.
Yeah, let's watch them again. I think he's closer this time. It's only 2 tenths at the start of the straight.
They still both have DRS, so
Doesn't have a lot of
coming
ERS.
very close here. See if we can make it stick.
Should be able to outbrake him. Yes, he does.
Wheel to wheel in that corner on.
Yeah, Ronald, I think Ronald will feel he could have been left more space, but I think it was clean enough. They were good enough drivers to not make any contact. If we just go on to the broadcast mode, Sean, let's just double check. I don't think Ruan's got any damage from that. No, end plate is still there. Good racing, guys. Very close.
Very clean, very close.
Ronald, unfortunately, you've just survived that, but right behind you is Manu. Manu is only 4 tenths behind you. He's going to battle as well. Just a little bit further up, here's a battle here. It starts with Warlock, who's just a second behind Josh, so he's finding.
Oh, here we go.
Nicely. Behind Warlock is Red Bull DTM, who we just saw went too deep into that corner. And Ruan tries to claim the inside line. Red Bull DTM
It's a
sticking
good
it on the
exit
outside.
though, Ron.
Yeah, I think Red Bull was just too tight on that corner on the inside.
Keeping it nice and clean there. Taking
Yeah, well
4th
done,
place.
Ruan sticks it there. Ruan does have a 3-second time penalty, so Red Bull DTM can fight back or we can stay with him. Mark now does get the DRS, and I think immediately Mark takes the position back.
Absolutely.
He makes a mistake, but then he also makes the crucial move of correcting his mistake within a couple of corners. But that battle is still close. Ruan only 3 tenths behind Ruan now. Avilach in 6th. These guys all have a few penalties. 3, 6, 3, 17 for Ruan, Avilach, Ronald, Manu. But they are within tenths of each other, keeping it very close.
The two McLarens also getting very close to each other. But also they have no penalties, Ron, so
Yeah, that's gonna play out well for them. I think Grimjaw, he seems to be keeping that pace. It's now 4.5 seconds up front. We see this midfield battle, absolutely all of them getting DRS again. They are just tucking closer to each other. This little third sector is a great place to make positions. If someone makes a slight error, you can see Avilach getting very close behind
close to Ruan there.
It was 2 tenths, it's now 5 tenths, 4 tenths. Let's see where they are at the end of the lap when they start that straight. He's gotten it to about 4 tenths again.
And Avilach just gets another penalty for corner cutting.
Was that a warning, Sean? I think he's still only, Codemaster's still showing 6 seconds. And we see Ruan going side by side with Red Bull DTM, giving each other space.
Yeah. This battle is so close.
They still side by side. This is a nice view. He will go on the inside. No, Mark is smarter than that.
How far is Avilach there? He's also coming now very close.
Oh, but Avilach now on his teammate. They don't want to make contact. Not good for the
very
championship
nicely
battle.
done. Well done.
And somewhere in that, Ronald gets a penalty now.
I think Manu also getting very close to Ronald.
Yeah, this midfield battle is really going crazy now. Sure, let's maybe have a look at the teammates up front there. Third, Warlock. He is, just that last DRS zone of the back straight. He got within about 2 tenths of Josh. I think if we check tyres now, Sean, I think Josh is about 18 laps old. 18 laps old, I called it 18 laps old mediums. I think those mediums are
close to finish.
Around 40% or so. Depends how he's looked after them, so that will start giving him a disadvantage in his close corners. And we see Warlock easily following him. He's been within a DRS of him the last 4 or 5 laps now. And by the end of the straight, he's not quite close enough. But if I just look at onboard of Warlock there, he's got a lot of ERS, 90% still almost. So he'll have opportunities, I think, if he carries on. There's only 2 and a bit laps to go, lap 25 out of 27. The championship right now looks like Grimjaw is getting close to perhaps taking the lead of this race. Bonita asking us to show the times. Yep, let's show the gaps there. I think there's another one that shows the intervals, Sean. That might help him. There we go. Oh, we're looking for the gap between 1st and 10th place. Oh, sorry about that.
So, Bonita, to answer your question, it's 17.3 seconds between 1st and 10th.
Yeah, that's what we want to see. If the leader had to pit now, he would go all the way down to 11th place.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, the racing is very close here. Let's stay here with Warlock. He's right behind Josh. Josh was our pole sitter. He pitted quite early. He jumped onto the mediums, which perhaps was a risky call, except he's made it work for him so far. What I am seeing is Warlock is not seeming to get close enough. Not close enough, I think, at the start of the straight.
Just not close enough, Ron.
And then by the end of the straight, he catches up a lot with a lot of ERS and DRS, but he's not quite getting that. I'm not sure if they're playing team orders here, but Warlock is a bit further up in the championship, so I think he would like to get a few more points. We see Josh losing. I think an end plate.
He lost the end plate there, Ron. As we know, there's no ghosting. So guys who have disconnected or these issues that we have with Codemasters, you have to go around the car. So, these guys keeping it very close here.
Ooh, Josh, I think, is fighting a tough battle here with old tires and broken end plates. But I suspect it's not long until Warlock here.
Warlock gets the move done. Ron, as we come through here, let's just have a look.
Yeah, Josh, let's just see if we can see. Yep, end plate missing on the right hand side. That's enough to cost him quite a bit, but no penalties, so he will carry on going. Sean, just show us. Somewhere in there, Warlock got a penalty. I think it'll only be 3 seconds. Sean doing a lot of work on the controller here tonight. Yep, it's only 3 seconds. So Warlock has taken the second place. He's far enough behind Grimjaw for Grimjaw on the final lap now to keep that win. But I don't know if Warlock can extend his lead by another 2 seconds in this last lap. It's only about a second now.
Oh,
Josh will be pushing.
Ronald getting past Manu and Avilach, I think.
Yeah, Avilach seems to have lost his space. He's back in 8th again now. And Yaku is now pushing him. These guys are fighting really hard on the last lap. Everyone fighting for the last lap Lando prize.
Last lap Lando.
Just up front, Sean just having a look. Ruan is now getting very close to Josh, except that Ruan has 11 seconds worth of penalties. So does Josh now, Sean, in this last lap. Josh has got 3-second penalties. That means Warlock is looking very, very for that place. I'll tell you what, Red Bull DTM Mark in 5th. He is close enough to Josh without any penalties to probably finish on the podium here.
Wheel to wheel in this very tight chicane. Yeah, Red Bull DTM getting involved there as well on the final thing.
There we go. Apologies for not following Grimjaw for a second.
Grimjaw crossing the line to take the Russian Grand Prix.
And Red Bull DTM got a penalty there as well, Sean. Let's just see where they finish. It's Grimjaw first. It's Warlock third. It's Josh fourth. Mark, what happened, mate? In the last 4 corners, you got a penalty. It cost you the podium. That is heartbreaking.
Sorry about that, Mark.
He ends up 4th anyway. Good effort. Kept it clean. He was the race leader for a while. He maybe put it a bit too early. Yep, we have to agree. Grimjaw, he started on the mediums. That was the right call. And he goes from, I think, 11th on the grid to 1st.
He had an excellent race today. Absolutely.
Sean, I'm going to invite the guys to the comms box.
Yeah, Titus, well done, Grimjaw. Yeah, definitely Titus. Grimjaw deserves that place today. Both McLaren boys also doing a good job, getting good points for the team. So yeah, Ron, if you can just get the guys into the comms box. So there we go. There's the race finish, guys. Grimjaw finishing in 1st place, Warlock in 2nd, Josh in 3rd, Red Bull DTM Mark in 4th, Ronald in 5th, Yaku Nachel in 6th, Ruan in 7th, Avilach in 8th, Nam Assassin in 9th, Nick in 10th, last point sitter Nick, Manu in 11th, Anu in 12th, Donovan Duffy in 13th, Lee van Rooyen in 14th, and those guys not finishing the race today. But well done, guys. How many safety cars on? 3?
2 or 3.
2 or 3.
2 or 3.
One, yeah. 2 or 3. Safety cars. Very, very good racing today, keeping it nice and clean. Nice tight corners as well. A lot of wheel-to-wheel battles, guys. So please like and share the channel if you want to see some close esports racing or online racing. So, Ron, have we got anyone in the comms box?
Yeah, we've got Grimjaw. He's already with us. How's it, Trevor?
Hey guys, how you doing, man?
Hey, Trevor, well and you, buddy.
Yeah, good. Less stressed now, but yeah.
In Q2, we saw you on the mediums. We thought it was brave when you retired quite early. Was that a call from the race engineer, or were you just very brave?
No, I actually figured I've raced here before, and from my previous experience, after that race, I said I'm never starting on softs ever again. So even if it knocked me out, it's fine. I will start with my mediums and I'll work my way up. And it looks like that worked out for me in the end.
Yeah, that was a fantastic, fantastic call. And I think the Mark Red Bull DTM, he put it, I think, the lap in ahead of you. And then the safety car came out, and that worked perfectly, perfectly for you.
Yeah, because I was hoping to push the mediums until lap 17, and then I was going to do a stint on the softs. But that just worked in my favor.
Absolutely.
And, oh, but yeah, it worked. I was just worried about Josh, but I picked up when I was driving in front with the mediums. I was actually able to keep a distance between myself and him. So I was like, man, it's fine. You get me on quali, I'll get you in the race.
Yeah. Good strategy, bro.
That worked really well, Grim. Well done. Just in the final few laps, I think when you had to pass Josh, I mean, it looked like you were quite patient behind him, but it didn't take too long with those tires.
Yeah, I was more worried about the penalties, because I picked up a penalty, the penalty when I was trying to get through the pack, and that just put me at a disadvantage. So I was just hoping to pass him cleanly, which happened.
Yes.
And he didn't fight too hard. I just pushed him a bit, but he didn't fight too hard in the first corner. But yeah, I'm glad. At least this closes the gap to Avilak and what's it, Jock? Yeah.
Yeah, it's Yaku and yourself and Avilach. The very, very, very close racing there.
Yeah. Well, as long as I made it, I'm glad.
Yeah, we're struggling to get.
Let me see. I might be able to add.
Yeah, see if you can add Josh. I did invite him. I don't know if you got
Okay,
Warlock.
Josh
I'm trying to add Warlock as well.
Yeah, I got him here. There.
I've sent them invites, but they haven't joined. We'd love to hear from Josh.
There we go. Warlock is in.
Who is that, Warlock?
Yep.
How was that race, mate?
It was actually okay.
Okay. Yeah, you kept very close behind your teammate, and then it looked like he had a bit of wing damage with the back marker, and I think you were there anyway. You seemed to have a lot of ERS. You had a lot of pace behind him. You were within DRS of about 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 laps at the end there.
Didn't know what he was gonna do. Was trying to show him, trying to help him catch Grimjaw because I had a 3-second penalty and Grimjaw had one as well.
Yeah, we saw that, and right at the end behind you guys, Red Bull DTM was looking good for a podium as well. But I think in the last 3-4 corners, he also got a 3-second penalty. So that battle there was very exciting at the end. But
we could entertain.
Yeah, well done. It's a podium.
Yeah,
it's a second place. Very, very well earned.
And Josh, it looks like you've also joined the party now. Look, Josh, what happened with the back marker at the end? It looks like you lost the end plate there.
The back marker would move out my way. Because it wasn't actually, I think he was disconnected.
He
so
was ghosting. Wow.
Listen
Ghosting,
and
yes.
move out the way. I tried to turn, the AI turned back into me. I got damage, so it made it easier for Warlock. Even though he was going to pass me, it made it even easier to get past.
Yeah,
my tires are old. I should have put it for those softs and stayed with Grimjo, but unfortunately I didn't. So yeah.
I imagine your battle with Grimjaw, I think your mediums were 18 laps old. I think Grim had brand new softs, a lap or two old. So it wasn't, I guess it wasn't much to hold on to there.
Yeah, I'm just happy I got the podium. I was actually, as the race ended, I thought I came fourth, but I saw Red Bull DTM got the penalty, so I'm just happy I got the podium, but I'm still gutted that I didn't win the race, because if I did put for those softs, I feel like I could have stayed with him, because he had a penalty, I had nothing, so yeah, but it's fine. At least I got the podium there, so I'm happy.
Yeah, no, well done, Josh. Just to tell you, I don't know if you heard me saying it a bit earlier. Red Bull DTM was behind you within 3 seconds, so he would have taken the
I was-
podium. And like with 2 corners to go, I think he got a penalty, so it worked out well for you. But yeah, congrats anyway, man. Podium is podium. I think that was your 4th pole tonight in a row as well.
I think I don't want to be cocky and incorrect you now. It was I think it's 5 and then it's 4 podiums in a row.
Yeah.
So
Yes, man.
I'm
Well
starting
done.
Yeah, very well done to all of you guys.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, guys, on to Japan, so you can leave the party and start practicing.
Yeah, actually, I hate that track. It's the worst track.
There's some very interesting sectors there. Yeah.
I think we should start a group of who hates Japan.
Who hates Japan?
Everyone's gonna get terminal. You know, if you survive, you win the race.
Yeah, for sure.
I love Japan.
Is that Warlock? Warlock's licking his lips. He wants Japan. Grim, what do you think about Japan?
I look forward to it actually. I'm pretty good there, so I'm not actually too worried about that track.
Okay, now we'd love to see that next week, guys. Very well done. Very well done to our top 3. Very entertaining
thanks.
race. Thank you for that, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Enjoy, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Have a good one.
guys.
Cheers.
Cheers. Bye-bye. Just to everyone on the stream, thank you for watching. Remember to hit subscribe, hit the bell notifications. We're back on Monday for Tier 2. It starts at about just after 7. And then again, back here on Wednesday for Tier 1. Budgie there again. Well done, Grimjaw. Great race, buddy. Thanks, Budgie. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. Good night, guys.
Thanks, guys. Good night. Have a good evening.